Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the INN's virtual holiday luncheon and auction. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're joining us out there in cyber world, we appreciate you so much. So we are live. We are live from the Mary Brennan Inn Soup Kitchen. But first and foremost, what I'd like to do is introduce myself. For those of you out there that don't know me, my name is Dana Lopez. I am the Director of Marketing and Communications for the Inn. But today, I am also your hostess for the INN's holiday luncheon, our virtual luncheon and auction. And we are so, so happy to be here. We so appreciate any of you that are here, that are joining us from wherever you are. If you are socially distanced in your office today, if you are home while the kids are in remote learning today, if you are somewhere in a coffee shop, or if you're in Hawaii in your new remote office, because apparently that's a thing now, please set up a meeting with me ASAP, because we have an in-person discussion that has to happen right away. But wherever you are, we here at the Inn just want to say thank you for joining us. This is a very, very special day for us, and we are so pleased and so happy and so honored to have you with us. There's a lot that we're going to do, but it's in a very short period of time. We know that you are sharing your lunch break with us, whenever that is and wherever that is, so we do appreciate that. We're not going to take up a lot of your time, but the time that we do take is so precious, and trust me, you are not going to want to miss some of the messages that we have for you today. Well, first of all, you're going to hear from some very special people. This is what is in store. And as you can see, we are virtual from the Mary Brennan Inn Soup Kitchen. Now, for those of you that are tech savvy, you do know that right now I am not in the Mary Brennan Inn Soup Kitchen, but this is what it is behind me. There's so much going on there, and you are going to see a lot of it from some people, some very friendly and familiar faces that you know. I am virtually at the Mary Brennan Inn because we really wanted to give the volunteers and the staff that have been tirelessly working in the soup kitchen to make sure that every single person, every single guest that comes to our door is fed and served with dignity and respect and love. So we didn't want to get in their way, but luckily technology allows us to be there without actually being there. So here we are. Here's what's in store for today. You are going to hear some very special messages. You're going to hear from the co-chairs of this wonderful event, Lisa Arning and Susan McDonald. They have a special message to you coming from another place that you might recognize if you have been to our luncheon in the past. So you don't want to miss that. We are also going to hear from a very friendly and familiar face that you may know, our very own soup kitchen manager, Gene C. Victor Jr., who has been in the soup kitchen with the rest of our staff and many of our wonderful and dedicated volunteers every single day, making sure that everyone is served, making sure that everyone is taken care of. If you were with us last year, you may remember that Gene got up on stage and he talked about some very special guests. So we didn't want to leave that out this year again. So you are going to hear a very special guest story that touched Gene's heart, and I'm sure it will touch yours. So I promise you, that's something you're not going to want to miss. And finally, we are going to hear from our illustrious leader, our wonderful Jean Kelly. Many of you know who she is. She is very excited to come here today and to talk to you and send you a very, very important message of gratitude and hope and positivity. And that's something you won't want to miss either. So please stick with us for a little while. There is a really important reason why you're all here today. And it's one of the reasons why we are so grateful. You're going to hear the words thank you today a lot. I don't think that we can possibly say it enough to all of those who have supported us over the years. Obviously, 2020 has been something else. It has been a really difficult year for many. Our hearts and our prayers go out to every single person out there, to you and your friends and your families. We do know that every single person has been affected in some way, shape, or form by this year. In the last 9 months, a lot has changed. A lot has been going on. We've basically taken our programs and we've turned them literally upside down on their heads, but we have not been able to do it without your help. So you're going to see exactly what we've been doing and exactly where your support has gone here at the Inn. So I hope that you're ready because we're going to take you on quite a ride in such a short period of time. There are a lot of ways that you can help us today. And if we're on the chat right now, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the ways that you can help. You might be watching this from our webpage on our website, theinn.org/2020 Luncheon. We've got an incredible live auction happening right now. We have some fantastic auction prizes. We've got designer bags. We have electronics. We have outdoor items. We have a whole bunch of things. And by the way, I checked the auction. Every single item has at least one bid on it. So you got to get on there and start your bidding because the holidays are coming up and we definitely could use a little holiday cheer in the form of gifts. So that would be great. Another way to help us would be our famous wine pull. If you've been to the luncheon in the past, you've seen our wall of wine. We don't have a wall of wine today, but you can, with a donation, get a case of wines delivered to your door, or you can have it picked, or you can pick it up. So there's a button on our page as well that will get you to the wine pull. There are some fantastic wines in there. You'll get a whole case because, quite frankly, come on, do I have to say it? You can't have too much at this time, so let's just do it. And the holidays are coming up, so you can also spread a little bit of extra holiday cheer with a case of fabulous wines. If you're a reds person, you can do red, you can do whites, you can mix it up, reds and whites together. So get on that wine pull and you can get your wine delivered or picked up. So we've got the auction, we've got the wine pull. Prior to this is gonna be fun. We pre-sold some 50 raffle tickets, and today live, when I come back right here, I am going to pull the winner right here. So if you bought a 50-50 raffle, make sure you stay tuned, because if you hear your name, you are going to be a little bit richer than you were a couple of minutes ago. So we've got that as well. So there's a lot going on today. It is lunchtime, so we definitely want you to grab a snack, grab a beverage of your choice. We're going to hear these special messages that are coming up right now, and then I will be back afterwards for a little bit of a closing message. So before I go for these few minutes, while you watch some of these messages, and I really do hope you enjoy them. They are definitely straight from the heart and straight from the Inn. And if you've known us at all, you know that when we speak from the heart, and I'm just so looking forward to sharing this with you. So stay tuned, and we are going to have those messages coming up in just a very short moment. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm Susan McDonald, and this is Lisa Arning, my co-chair for this wonderful event. We're here in this beautiful venue, the Garden City Hotel, where we are every year to celebrate the luncheon. And hopefully next year we'll all be together here in this room on October 22nd to do that again. But this year is very special, and our message is very simple. We need your help to help our guests as we're coming into the winter time. So we hope that you'll spend time with us and be able to support us in the work that we're doing at the Inn. Lisa?
Thank you. for joining us today, and thank you for your continued generosity. Every year we come together in this beautiful room, but so much has changed. But let me tell you today what hasn't changed. At the Mary Brennan Inn, the guests continue to show up every day at our door, looking for food, looking for support, and looking for shelter. The need in Nassau County and the need across the globe has exploded. Last year when we came together for this luncheon, we were serving hundreds of people a day at the Mary Brennan Inn. Today, we are serving more than 1,000 guests a day. We're no longer serving those meals inside. We cannot. From the first day of the pandemic till today, we continue to serve lunches, bag lunches, outside to the guests of the inn. And on some days, we're even able to give them a to-go hot lunch as well. We hope that you'll think of us during the holidays and join us in supporting our guests and our neighbors. We can do this together.
And honestly, every year we ask you to support this mission, and every year you answer that call in an amazing fashion. We're asking you to do that again this year, virtually, by perhaps looking and seeing about sponsoring a meal, or in addition, maybe bidding on one of our silent auction items. They're really wonderful, so please take a look. And again, we're really thrilled to have you with us. Thank you for taking the time.
And with that, we'll go to Jean Victor
at Mary Brennan Inn.
Hi, everybody. This is Gene C. Victor Jr. Last year, we were at the Garden City Hotel having lunch together in one room. And now so many things have changed. And here at the Mary Brennan Inn, we've done a lot of changing since COVID happened. So I just want to give you some updates. Mid-March, everything shut down. But the Mary Brennan Inn still kept going. And now, since COVID is here, we've had to change our whole operation in an instant. We no longer serve our guests inside of the Mary Brennan Inn soup kitchen. We serve them outside. We're making bag lunches now that have a good hearty sandwich. We're serving soup with that sandwich with a bottle of water and some snacks to our guests through the front door. All of our volunteers are here. They're actually 6 feet apart as they're assembling all of the bag lunches, all of the toiletry bags, all of the sock bags that we've been giving away. Every morning when we come in, we're preparing a hot meal. The soup, which we have an array of different kinds of soup that we've been giving out to our guests. The hot meals that we've been giving to our guests can range from meatballs to pasta to baked ziti to fried chicken that we've been giving out to our guests through the front door. In the mornings when we set up, we bring out these large booths that's made out of plexiglass. Every morning we bring it to our front door and our side door where our guest exits, so that we can feed our families and also our single guests. From there, we also give our food from our garage. We open up the garage, and that's where we actually give out our pantry bags that our volunteers assemble here at the Mary Brennan Inn. We give out hundreds of pantry bags. We give out hundreds of bag lunches to our guests. Anybody who lines up outside is able to receive those items. We do need your help because it takes everybody just to feed one person on that line outside. I'd really like to share with you a guest story. One day, in the massive change of having our guests come in and sit down, and now they're outside, standing on line for their meals, this particular guest came by, and as she approached me, you can see the confusion on her face. What about my family? What about giving out the toiletries? What about giving out the groceries? Is all that still going to happen? And I explained to her, yes, it's still going to happen, but it's going to be in a different way. On Mondays, we have our diaper program. On Tuesdays, we have our toiletry program. On Wednesdays, we have our dairy program where we give out eggs, milk, and bread. But on Fridays, we still have our pantries. She explained to me how her husband, right now, because of the COVID, he's not working. She's not working right now because of it. And she was very, very happy that we were open, because she did not know where her next meal was going to be for her family. So the next day when she came, we gave her bag lunches. We gave her enough to feed her family for that day. And that day we were giving out these chicken cutlet sandwiches. And she said, thank you very much. The next day she came back. She said, Gene, you know what I did with all the sandwiches that you gave me, the chicken cutlet sandwiches? And the grocery bag that you gave me, the tomato sauce that you gave me, I was able to heat it up, put some onions, add some extra tomatoes. And with the chicken cutlets, I was able to cut them down. And with the pasta that came into the pantry bag, we were able to have chicken parmesan and spaghetti. And I didn't even have to go to the store. So hearing that made me smile, but she couldn't see it because I had my mask on. But she seen it through my eyes. And I told her, I was like, well, this is what we're here for. Mid-October, she came by again. She wasn't online, she actually came driving by. And I was outside maintaining the line. And she stopped. She came out of the car and I said, hey, how you doing? How's things? I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you? Oh, I'm fine. I'm doing good now. I'm still working at the hair salon. My husband got his job back, so everything is good now. I just came by to say thank you again for all that you did. You guys saved us. You guys saved the world. So I just wanted to come back and just say thank you. So instead of giving me a hug, she gave me a big air hug. So I gave her an air hug back, and I told her to be safe. And if she needed anything else, she know where to come. This is what we do here at the Mary Brennan Inn, the Center for Transformative Change. All of the shelters, we treat all of our guests with dignity and respect. And it took all of us, the volunteers, the staff, donors, to help that one guest survive those couple of months until her job opened back up. That feels good. I'd like to thank all of you for helping that one guest, because you guys definitely made a difference for that one guest. Thank you. Hopefully next year we'll be able to see each other and I'll be able to talk to you guys directly. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you for joining us for this year's 2020 INN Luncheon. We hope each of you are well, feeling as peaceful as possible, and staying safe and healthy. I would like to especially thank our two co-chairs, Lisa Arning and Susan McDonald, and the remarkable Luncheon Committee for the awesome job they have done to make this event possible, even despite the pandemic and all the turmoil in the world today. I also thank Nora White, our Director of Events, and Dana Lopez, our Director of Communications, for all they have magically done to support this event. Ironically, as we celebrate our virtual luncheon, today we are also celebrating our ability to still serve, in reality, everyone in need who continues to come to the doors of the Mary Brennan Inn. Between March and October of this year, we have served over 159,000 meals. And we've also helped more than 10,000 people with critical supportive services, all while keeping everyone secure. It's literally not possible to virtually feed or shelter anyone. You have to prepare and hand each person something to eat. You need to offer them a place to use the bathroom, take a shower, and provide them with a warm bed in which to sleep. None of this can happen virtually. It all requires a desire to make a difference, one person at a time, in real time. It takes a long time for most situations to be resolved until we can find a long-term solution. But in the meantime, they need to eat today. They need to sleep somewhere tonight. They need clothing that is clean and comfortable. The Inn has been blessed for the past 37 years to have amazingly gifted people available who provide all these necessary supports. But they can't do so with just their wonderful intentions. We need to find the funds to pay for the food, the buildings, the utilities, and the resources needed by the guests to get to their next step on their journey out of poverty. You are making that possible by whatever you can do today to help us raise the funds we need to be present in person, through plexiglass, or from a safe distance with a mask, or even just over the phone. We are all incredibly challenged to cope with all the major life changes that have taken place this year. Just imagine if you also didn't have anything to eat, or anywhere to sleep, or go to the bathroom. The guests of the inn are trying to cope as well. But it's always a matter of life and death for them anyway. The pandemic is just yet another almost impossible assault on their very challenging lives. Your support and donations today can make it possible for us to help each of them get out of harm's way. And hopefully, when the world is finally righted and put back on its feet, the guests of the inn too will find themselves in a place where they can find peace, security, and purpose. Please accept our heartfelt thank you on their behalf, and know you all remain always in our prayers of gratitude. Please stay safe and healthy. Be well, be peace, be love.
And we're back. I've always wanted to say that. I just want to really take a moment and thank Lisa and Susan and Jean Victor and of course, Jean Kelly, who in a way that only they can have really illustrated what has been going on here at the Inn for the past 9 months. Our staff, our volunteers, staff at the Mary Brennan Inn Soup Kitchen, the staff at the Center for Transformative Change, CTC, our shelter staff, our office staff. We've been very, very dedicated to making sure that the guests are taken care of. So I'm so happy that you were able to see firsthand what has been going on right here, whether you have seen it or not, whether you have been able to be here or not. We thank you so much for everybody that has donated so far to this event before it even happened. We thank you so, so much. Did I say we were going to say thank you a lot during this time? Because I don't think that it's possible to say it enough, because without your support, it would have been impossible to keep the doors open the way that we did in this year that we did. But that is what the Inn does. As Jean Victor said so eloquently, that is what we do here at the Inn. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I just want to do one more thing before we go, because look what we have here. We have a fishbowl. And in this fishbowl are all the tickets for all of those of you who have purchased 50/50 raffle. And we raised for the 50/50 raffle $6,350. So our lucky winner is going to go home with $3,175. And if I had a drum roll, I would drum roll, but you can either do your own drum roll on your desk or imagine a drum roll. So I'm going to just take a look. I'm not going to look. I'm just going to dig in here for a second. And virtual drum roll, please, which we don't have. That's okay. I'm going to pick our winner. And the winner of our 50/50 raffle is Sergio Moscheni from Ernst & Young. Sergio Moscheni from Ernst & Young. And so now we have our virtual applause. You can hear canned applause from your own home. Sergio, congratulations. You are the winner of our 50/50 raffle. Thank you so much for your support. At this time, since lunchtime is almost over, I am going to close out our event today with yet another thank you to all of you for all of your support of our organization. The Inn has been in existence for 37 years this year. And if you are familiar with our organization, you know that we've been through all of what history has had to offer, whether it is 9/11 or superstorms or hurricanes or things that always affect how we are able to serve our guests. And now, of course, a global pandemic. However, in the last 37 years, the Inn has always been there to serve those who need it the most. And we could not do it without you. So with that, I would like to wish everyone a very, very happy, safe, healthy holiday season. Know that we are so grateful to all of you, and thank you for joining us. If you're catching us on the replay right now, that's okay too. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking the time. Happy holidays, everyone, and have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.